In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Yes, and we're here this Wednesday, the 22nd day in the month of July. My name is Mark Godwin. I'm here in the Milan studio. And I see that the big man over there. Sir George, can you see me? Sir George? Okay, I think we lost connection there. Anyway, viewers, you're welcome. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of July, and this is our SSM Wednesday Global Africa program. The Global Africa program is our conversation program where news updates from Africa mainly are given up. We have stories, exclusive reporting, and we bring our own perspective to those news. Remember, we are Nigerians in the diaspora, so we bring what you call giving the news from the diaspora standpoint. So once again, let me see if Sir George is there. Sir George, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Let me make sure that my microphone is working. Let me see.
Microphone
here.
check. All right, George.
What in the world is going on?
Real talk. I can hear you. I can hear you, Sir George.
Mic check. Okay.
I can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Smooth. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, George.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so viewers, we're here and it's another day.
Awesome.
So George, let's start with some foreign news, from some international news. We heard Senegal President Faye now takes over the leadership of ECOWAS. That's a good thing to happen there. We hope he's going to bring in some new formulas, new style to the leadership. Yes. So what do you have on that story? 46-year-old Faye of Senegal takes over from Julius. I think it was Sierra Leonean President Julius Maada Bio. That was the former leader. So what's your story on this, George? Do you have that? Hello, George.
Was it not Tinubu that was the former leader? Transfer Tinubu to somebody else? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. No, it wasn't Tinubu. Yes, I can hear you. Tinubu did his beat last time. Tinubu did his beat when he just came in as the president of Nigeria. That was the time he was the leader. He was the leader too of ECOWAS. So Sierra Leonean president took over, and now it's Faye of Senegal. George, are you still there? Anyway, let's move on.
I'm here. I don't know.
I think your network is not synchronizing well. Okay. So yes, like we're saying, the Senegal president Faye takes over the leadership of ECOWAS, and he brings in, hopefully, a youthful angle to leadership. He took over from Julius. Like I said, Julius is Julius Barrow, the Sierra Leonean leader, and he now has to bring in, understand democracy, diplomacy, and bring in some of those new revigorating policies. George, are you still here? What is happening, George?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well. I can hear you well,
Can you
George.
hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can't hear me.
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Oh boy, I can. Yes,
okay,
yes.
Okay. What I'm saying is President Faye inherits. President Faye inherits an ECOWAS that is more divided than at this time in history. His leadership will judge, will be judged by our community, by his ability to build trust and strengthen regional security, by economic cooperation and open, meaningful dialogue.
George, the network is not flowing well. George, the network is not flowing well. I think there is a small problem. Oh dear. Okay, so we're trying to. You need to understand that this is how it is when we are virtually connected. You have those little things called glitches, and sometimes they don't serve too good for us. So, but stay tuned. It's Africa Update Wednesday, 22nd, and we're here. We're here on this beautiful Wednesday. Yes, you're welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to Global Africa Update Wednesday. It's 22nd of July. Yeah, we're looking at the story on ECOWAS. ECOWAS has changed leadership. The new leader is the Senegal president Faye, and I'm saying that let's hope that he brings in fresh ideas into his leadership. He brings in also some concepts that might upgrade the ECOWAS block, because ECOWAS has not been lately. There's nothing too unique about that organization. We've not seen much. I mean, ECOWAS can be there, and South Africans are beating and killing their fellow Africans. ECOWAS can be there, and some things are going on even at the back end of the West African Sahel part, and we don't see any stand. We don't see what they bring into those situations. We don't see their responses. So let's hope that Faye, the new man, Domie Faye, Sierra Leonean president, will step up the game and bring up some new policies that will change a lot of things. Joining me are my wonderful coordinators from London, UK. Let's have who's that man? Who's that man? Who's that man?
Good afternoon, fellow Nigerians. My name is Dr. Olufemi Obakaronwi, dialing in from London, England. Good evening, good afternoon, Nigerians all over the world. Good evening, citizens of the world as well.
Yes, you are welcome, Dr. Olufemi. Dr. Olufemi, you're looking a little bit elegant. I mean, like there's a dinner lunch party, or there's one banquet arrangement you're going up to.
It's a summer event in London at the moment. So summer proper begins on the last weekend of July through August, and then we cap it off with the carnival on the last Monday of August.
Wow, nice arrangement for the summer there. Sir George, can you hear us now? I can see you, George.
Good afternoon, Sir George.
Oh, it's echoing, George. It's echoing. I like
you're echoing. It's echoing.
There's echo. Your background has the echo sound. Okay, George will fix that anyway. Dr. Femi, let's come into some updates. We were talking of the ECOWAS leadership that has changed baton. We now have Domie Faye, the Senegal president, as the new ECOWAS chair. He took over from Julius Maada Bio, the Sierra Leonean leader. So what's your take on this? Are we going to see some fresh new ideas, some fresh policy? Because ECOWAS, for me, is like a toothless bulldog. I mean, I can't see why ECOWAS is there. We were having issues with South Africans beating their ECOWAS members, beating their fellow Africans. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
ECOWAS is more like more of an economic institution with the aim of galvanizing economic activities between the West African states. It is not a disciplinary organization. Neither it is an organization with the aim of asserting influence beyond the Western hemisphere of Africa. So expecting them to be the yardstick or the bulldog of West Africa is asking too much, or asking before they beyond their preview. So I think we should be fair on them. The only thing I could say is that the economic stand for ECOWAS needs to be pushed more, so that we're going to do more. People are going to travel within the West African region freely. I think George was one that said the other day that I can't remember whether it was this platform or something, that someone want to travel within the West African region, and the bottleneck was challenging. So you find such things like that as still challenging. Although within some West African states, the ECOWAS passport is still very valid, and we should make it stronger so we can travel within our region and then do businesses amongst ourselves. For the new for Senegalese president coming in as the new ECOWAS president, it's a welcome development. It's something that is rotational, and also new, fresh ideas and fresh impetus will come into the organization. I'm going to see their good. So I wish him good luck, and I wish him best of luck for West Africa as a region, and also for the sake of security and safety of West African citizens. West African citizens within the African region, so West African sub-region within the African region. I expect more from that to protect and to guide. Also, we can use our economic influence to begin to push for security and safety of our region.
Thank you very much. Use our economic influence to push for safety. So, but I want to punch your balloon on the fact that ECOWAS is just an economic bloc.
Can you hear me now?
George is still echoing. Sorry. I think probably you need to refresh the browser, the Google browser. Sometime when it's too jammed up, it drags with the flow, the packet.
It's dragging your flow. Yeah. Mr. George, it's dragging your flow.
It's dragging. Okay, Dr. Femi, I want to come with the if people's people inhabiting a particular part of ECOWAS or even out of ECOWAS, but they are ECOWAS members, and the activities are being hampered or jeopardized by xenophobia and all of this. I mean, ECOWAS could just make a statement. It's a communique, something to show their stand, because the fund coming, money, economic activities coming from that corner, South Africa, comes into the ECOWAS bloc. So it affects a lot of things when it's not when you have those blockades. So I want to say that it's not about putting their mouth into security issue. It is about also helping the flow of business, the ECOWAS businesses, money that is being control, moving
Yeah,
around.
yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, even economic business also have effect on security. Security of life and property has a massive effect on economy as well. So if you're talking about economy alone, and the life and property of those in that region is not guaranteed, so where does that affect? So in the long run, it affects the economic. Excuse me. Well, the only thing I'm saying is that they could galvanize their economic strength to work for other aspect that is not in the preview of ECOWAS. ECOWAS is not OAU or is not UN that has a security outfit until Nigeria funded it some years ago. That was why ECOMOG was formed. ECOWAS was almost solely funded by Nigeria. Nigeria led that. So besides that, since then, ECOMOG has not been in use for that since then, because Nigeria itself had gone through some economic crisis after that, and because Nigeria was not funding it, ECOMOG was nowhere to be found anymore.
Because Nigeria was not funding it, ECOWAS was nowhere to be found anymore. Yeah, so you just said it, ECOMOG. I remember that very vividly well. And ECOMOG was a very useful security arm of ECOWAS. They did a lot of work. They did a lot of peacekeeping and all of that. And like you said, it now enhances economic activities when people's lives and properties are also secure. So it's important. So, but let's see what Faye brings to the table. He has to navigate through delicate diplomacy. He has to navigate through regional cooperation and all of that. So, viewers, we're talking about ECOWAS, the new leadership, and what we hope to see in his tenure. So, Dr. Femi, let's come down to other issues. We know what could be happening. Dr. Femi, they said that the NBA election wasn't truly fair. Yesterday, all the news headlines in Nigeria was talking about there's one man, Akimboro Olumuyiwa. He's a son. He said this is the worst election in the history of NBA Nigeria. And we know something. So the few things we know is this tenure was put to the Southwest. It was the Southwest turn to bring a president. But the same Southwest candidates, some of the candidates, like Akimboro, all said it was a sham, that is the worst election they've had in the NBA. I know, go ahead. What do you say? Well,
the thing is, there's something we need to be careful about in Nigeria.
Okay.
It is only in a very rare occasion that you see losers in election accepting the lost election. And this is not a good direction as a people. This is not a good direction as a people. I'm not missing words here. Now, last election, go and check the past 3 elections of NBA. Somebody will complain that it was not free and fair. He just said this own. Go and check the past 3 elections in NBA. People, losers will say it's not fair. And do you know most of the time this happens? Some people, because we are not the people that are most of the time we don't want to be straightforward in doing some things. I'm going to use that word with very carefully. People who are not going to vote for that candidate will be hailing him. Don't worry, you will not count the head of people that said they are, and at the end of the day, they will not vote for him. And they will say the election has been rigged. Oh, the election is not fair. The election is not. Let him bring evidence of not being fair. Or go and check the past 3 elections. Go and pass the past 3 elections. There was one that actually went almost. There was a fracas. Almost as a fracas.
Can you hear me?
I am not disputing. Hold on.
Yes,
Let me finish this.
Let me finish this. You're loud and clear now.
Let him bring. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Let him bring evidence before we dismiss his claim. Let him bring the evidence of this. I am not a member of NBA. I am not, my wife is a member, but I'm not. I don't vote. My wife don't vote because there's so proxy voting. But the thing is this, I don't know anything about that until he brings evidence of somebody contested election in Nigeria. He lost election. He went to the tribunal. He did not go and bring evidence that he won election. He went there to go and say that the other person was disqualified. See, today some people are saying that election was stolen. So let us be careful before we jump to conclusion.
Dr. Olufemi, somebody who is a member, who participated and was unable to vote because of the technical glitches that was there, is telling you what happened, and you say, be careful for what? Nigerian election has never been fair. They're pointing out to you what happened, and you're standing over here. Let us be careful. Careful about what? If you do things right, there will not be any mess happening. The man came out right away and was telling you with other people that were with him and telling they could not even log in. So what is there to be careful about? What is there to be careful about? The man he is a member of the body who participated and wanted to vote, and none of them could be able to vote. So what carefulness are we supposed to be having here? The bottom line to it is, whether it was intentional or just a technical glitch error, we should not dismiss it. Should not. A lot of them are complaining. I have some friends who are lawyers who told me that they wanted to participate, that they couldn't. They couldn't log in. The information being given to them. I've conducted a lot of elections locally here. And I have used these apps that they were talking about they were using. It was efficient. It was beautiful. So if there are glitches, all you have to say, not to be careful about what? Nigerian
so that makes it the worst election in history.
No, well, to them, to the individual who is talking, to the individual who is talking, to that individual, you cannot dismiss anybody's, basic fundamental human right concern. That's exactly the reason why most of the time I come at odds with you, because you always want to neutralize everything. Somebody comes out to say something who is participating right after the election, even prior to the announcement of the winner, he started complaining, and you're going to disregard that. Let's all be careful. Careful about what? If Nigeria is doing good, we should shine like a shining star, an African giant that we're supposed to be. But there's so many things that are happening in our country that needs to be cleaned up. So when they come up, let's face that situation, okay? Constructive criticism, there is nothing wrong with that. So there's nothing to be careful about.
Okay.
Can I put it to you? Can I put it to you that every election in the Western world is perfect? So because there's a glitch, technical glitch now, it makes the election the worst in the history of election. We be careful with the choice of words. So because there's a technical glitch, it wasn't that they got to the election ground, they were chased away. There was a technical glitch. Therefore, it makes it the worst election in the history.
No, I'm the one saying that if it is a technical glitch, he never said there was a technical glitch. He never said so. He said that all the information they were given, the people that even were appointed to be the ones who were supposed to give information, say, I am not part of this. So, it was not well done. Let's speak truth to power. Let's stop, just trying to, water down.
There's no power. There's no truth to power in this. Sir George, calm down.
Dr. Olufemi,
yes.
George is not. George is on the right path, because moreover, take note that this election was zoned to the southwest, of Nigeria, and the other contestants are all same southwest people. Latif,
yes.
Muyiwa, Akimburu, and all.
I don't know whose name.
So it's not even a matter of probably if it was maybe the other ethnic.
Listen, nobody has brought anything ethnical in this. What I'm saying is this. Hold on, Sergio. Go on. Finish.
Yes, sir. If the fellow candidates, from that same zone, are saying that this didn't go well and all of that, look, maybe we should listen, because this time it is not that.
Mark and Sir George, listen before you conclude on what I just said. I said we'll be careful with choice of words. The worst election in the history of NBA. because there's a technical glitch? Please be careful with the word. Let me explain something. We begin to destroy our system because there's a crisis. We use words that are so strong because we are very emotional people. Nigerians are very emotional people. When there is a crisis, yes, there's a crisis, needs to be dealt with. But when we use such words, the worst election in the history of NBA, there were times where NBA voting was by paper and people were stopped from voting inside the hall. There was a time when the NBA election, people fought each other and teared each other's clothes at NBA election. And eventually somebody came and they had to do a consensus. There was no, somebody now used because a technical glitch and now use the word because he lost election. It's the worst in history of election. It's the worst in history of it. Please. I'm not saying that it's a perfect election. Hold on. Let me finish. I have not said it's the perfect election.
There's nothing new you're saying. All I'm saying to you, prior to this election, did you hear about the possible government interference in the election?
Oh God, here we go again.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Was it actual information? So you see, what you guys are saying here is this: when the system is so corroded with rusted metals inside and it's not going smoothly, did you hear about the possible government intervention or interruption to this election?
I don't listen to beer parlor talk. I don't listen to beer parlor talk. That's a beer parlor talk until it is proven. Listen, for goodness sake, there are members, there are people in government who are members of NBA. There are people in government who are members of NBA. Do they not have a right to their choice? And the thing is this: whenever somebody loses an election, it is somebody else. You have lost an election, the mandate is not yours. Somebody's mandate, like Jonathan, congratulate the winner and let us move on. You must not destroy the platform because you have lost the election. That's what I'm saying. Using the words that the worst in the history of NBA. That is, NBA has gone backwards to the dark ages. That's what that meant.
You see, the point is this: you just check one word, you take one word, technical glitch, and then the worst election, and then you disrupt the whole entire system. Let me tell you something, okay? When somebody comes out who is a Southwest individual,
it's not about, I'm not interested in the tribe. I am not interested in the tribe. Stop using Southwest. They are Nigerians. I'm not interested in their tribe.
Hold on. Yeah, you're not interested now because it is about Southwest.
It's not about Southwest. I'm not interested in the tribe. We are making it a Southwest thing. It's a Nigerian. They are lawyers.
What we are saying is this: the system is what we are fighting for, not individuals.
You are making it.
The system. No, hold on. The system is what we're fighting for. I'm the one who put possible technical glitches. You grabbed it and hold on to it. They did not say there was technical glitches. They were saying that it was manipulated because they could not allow others to vote. Do you understand? That's what they said. It was manipulated. They sent them information for them to log in. They could not log in. And hundreds of them were complaining the same thing. So I'm the one who said, even if it is technical glitches, even if it is, we still need to discuss it.
Sir George, I am not saying that we are not discussing. The thing is, I think you already made up your mind about this. Hold on. You have made up your mind about your point of correct here. One, I am not interested in the zone where is zone 2. I am not interested. I don't give a monkey about that. I am interested in the fact that it's Nigerian Bar Association. It's Bar Association, either it's zone 2, north, west, or east. It is not. I'm not interested. You are the one that keep bringing the idea of what religion it is. One. No, secondly, I am saying that it is about what we are talking about here is about the choice of words. When somebody comes out because he lost election, the worst in the history. That is to say that backwards, that NBA has gone backwards to the dark ages. Now there are technical issues. Fine. What are those technical issues? Can it be can it be affected? Can it change the result? These are the discussions that should be. But for you to use the word the worst in the history, hundreds have been there. Fine, that is not fair. We accept. I accept there are challenges in that election. But for you to come out and say there's a worst in the history of NBA, Please, let us be careful in the choice of words.
All right, gentlemen.
No, hold on. Let me just ask you one question. Okay. A man walks into his house, open his bedroom, and see another man on top of his wife. Are you going to tell that man what to say, what choice of words to use at that moment? You cannot. The man
ask his wife. Ask his wife what is the wife doing under somebody else's?
No. Are you going to ask the man to choose the words
I am not
at that moment? No, the man was emotional. He was.
If a man is emotional, then he's not supposed. He's not a leader.
Let me finish.
He's not a leader.
Let me finish. Whether you're a leader or not, let me tell you something. There are things that will happen to you today. You can never swear. You can never swear on your mother's grave that you will know what to do. I'm telling you that right now.
Of course.
When a man is emotional, he is allowed to express his emotion. The man was expressing his emotion. He used some choice words, which maybe you should not judge him based on that because he was a participant in the whole entire thing. That's what I'm saying. So don't choose the word about.
I have not judged him. I just said, let us. I've not judged him. Hold on. You are the one judging me now. I just said, let us be careful. Mark my word. I said, let us be careful in our choice of words, because when this choice of words go, when you say it out, it doesn't come back to you. The thing is this: when you say the wars in history, what you have done is that you have devalued the Nigerian Bar Association by your choice of words, just because of that. And now we need to move on from that. How do we rectify that mistake? Simple.
That's it.
That's
anyway,
viewers, talk about how to rectify the system, not what the man said. That is relevant in this situation.
Thank you, Sir George.
I leave it to you. You won.
Thank you, Sir George. Thank you, gentlemen. Viewers, we have our viewers watching too. We are talking about the NPA, the Nigerian Bar Association, and the last election last Saturday. A lot of the members of that bar association said. In their quotes, one of them said, we've had the worst election in the history of the Bar Association. And that's what Dr. Olufemi and Dr. George are going over. He also accused the former NBA president, Afam Osigwe, of being responsible for that crisis. Afam, he said Afam was the former president didn't arrange things well. All right, gentlemen, let's go to some good news. Let's talk some good news. Nigeria has become one of Europe's most important jet fuel supplier, according to the German Foreign Minister, Joanna Woodruff. Yeah, that's a good one. So we've always talked about our quality of crude oil. It's really, God looked at us and gave us the best. So we should really be the best in everything. Our crude, the Brent crude is, like they said, top notch. George, let's hear from you. What's that good news?
Well, I was so happy yesterday. First and foremost, I'm going to congratulate and thank our brother, the African richest man, Dangote, because it's as a result of his risk that he took that Nigeria is now being named as one of the countries to strategically help the world economy. So, Johan Wadepol has described Nigeria as one of Europe's most important supplier of jet fuel. If you remember what we were going through when Russia and Ukraine started the war, it affected everything. It affected the jet fuel because they were supplying gas to Europe, and there were so many things that actually took place. So now the development of this development actually reflects Nigerian capacity and is expanding contribution to international aviation fuel supply, strengthening economic ties between Nigeria and Europe while creating new opportunities for trade, investment, and foreign exchange earnings. So this is very encouraging news, as a matter of fact, for us Nigerians. Becoming a major supplier of jet fuel to Europe demonstrates the country's growing industrial and refining potential. The next challenge is to ensure that these gains translate into more jobs in our country, increased revenue, stable fuel prices, and tangible economic benefits for the ordinary Nigerians. Because if we shine outside and we're not shining inside, there is is an ecological imbalance. That's what I'm saying. So this is a step in the right direction, if managed and with transparency and long-term vision. So I applaud. The next thing now, we have a lot of gas in our country, and we remember what Europe was suffering because of the cotton gas that were being supplied from Russia. So
Yes.
this is another opportunity that we have to increase our
George.
revenue. And I applaud Nigeria, and I applaud Dangote for the step that he's taken.
Oh, great. Powerful. Dr. Femi, I know last time we were saying something similar to this, and I said something. You said we're still on the crawling stage. But George, I will also say, why are we just supplying? Why can't we use this raw crude we have, the gas and everything, and use it for our own good? Come up with innovative ideas. Dr. Femi, what do you say about this?
I think we're gradually getting there.
Okay.
One of the things I must commend our universities for now is our universities are beginning to look inward. I'll give kudos to the present Minister for Education. And they are focused, they are making universities, especially science universities, are making focus. For example, about 4 universities now are off national grid. 4 federal universities are off national grid. They are supplying their own electricity themselves. And out of the technology, I think Futa, Ahmadu Bello, and one that university, I can't remember, about 4 universities are providing their own university within the university community and some environments around them. Now, why am I saying this is that universities are supposed to be area of technical innovations, and therefore you need to look at inward into this, what we have, and going to use them to produce things for us. We should be looking for expertise abroad to come and do that. That's what universities are supposed to be, citadel of information, technology, and development. So that we need to look inwards into this. And one of the challenges in the university in the past is funding. And that has been settled in the past 3 years. Funding universities have been, so that the money that is going to university can be done for research and all this stuff. There are a lot of things that can be used, that research in university can bring forth. And therefore, all these, I graduated from university, I have no job. University is supposed to be the platform for you to create job. For you not to come out of university and then look at what am I going to do with my certificate. If you are doing research in the university, and that research has created job opportunity, by the time you leave university, you have something waiting for you in the offering. So all our mineral resources should be seen as something to be researched on. What can we do with it? How can we progress with it? And therefore, for example, gas that is being flared there. Students, I think one university in the East, I can't remember that university, is now beginning to look about the local production of gas, preparing gas to cook, and they are fabricating cooking utensils, cooking utensils to use those things. Those are things that will create jobs and opportunities. Remember, during the COVID period, some university were creating hand sanitizers and process of hand sanitizing. That's what university is supposed to do. So I think our focus should not just be what should government do, what should our research institution. There's also an research institution in Nigeria, federal research institution. What are they doing?
Talking of institution, also we want to call on some of these billionaires in Nigeria. A lot of people have money. It's a pity that they are not looking into funding things, creating agencies where funds can go into development, into technology,
into research,
like the white people have here. So, all right, George. So, this is one of the importance of this network, where we are bringing our experiences and what we see here that is helping the economy to our people. So, Nigerian billionaires, Nigerian rich people, Nigerian people looking for investment, instead of just going to dump your money in the bank and just leave it there and be waiting for some commission and all of that, why not we raise up more research institute, more agencies that support development, more cultural funding, foundations, and all of those things. Those things will help countries' development. George, go ahead.
This is so powerful. What we're discussing right now, and these suggestions that we're bringing forth is absolutely very powerful. But also, another thing that we need to do, while we cannot exonerate the government completely, We cannot. Because what we are saying here, we are seeing now a lot of loopholes where money is being, it's like Nigeria is like a basket that you pour water in and it's leaking through all over. And that's because of lack of oversight. The people who are supposed to be doing this, they cannot wait for the president to go line by line and begin to say what is this and what is that. He got people that's supposed to do that. The man does not have that time to go line by line. That's why he appointed certain individuals. But if those individuals are not doing their job, that means that the government and the president will look bad. So look at all the money that is being discussed right now. Even the budget of 2025 has not been settled. Did you hear that recently? So these are the little glitches and little foxes that are destroying the whole entire nation. We're talking about these little boys that are, they're not even in school, but they're able to innovate some crazy things that will defy logical explanation. When we see people like that, there ought to be an organization within the government that can actually be seeking for, funds from rich people, from whoever wants to contribute, so we can help these individuals take them to school so that they can learn and master that particular area where their interest is. So it is so beautiful. I'm telling you, the skills and the talents and the God's gift into Nigerians is beyond human comprehension. Only thing we need to do is to manage it efficiently. You put money where it's supposed to be. Put
That's
money
it.
where it's supposed to be.
I want to agree and disagree with you.
Okay.
Government has provided institutions like that. There's Nigerian Research Institution, whatever it is. There's if you those of us that live in Lagos, there's one near Yaba, opposite behind Yaba on the Yaba left. There was one behind that near Yaba Tech, opposite Yaba Tech. The institute there for national research and all the stuff. It used to be there in those days, and they have it all over the nation. Those institutions are funded in the budget. They are funded by federal government, and almost all states have it. But you know the challenges that we have. I keep saying it. We have evil servants. Have you heard so far about this research, this academic thing, that the chief head of service came to the National Assembly, was even this thing is something that's happened within the civil service. The allocation of the seat, the allocation of the office was done in the civil service. So what I'm talking about is that some of these things, this research, these people will forward these packages to this research institute. They will tell them, go and come back on. So they will sell this idea to somebody else and give the owners of the ideas stipend, and then tell them, because they don't have the technical know-how how to patent that idea, and somebody else will go and make money out of it. And this is not fair. So we have ideas like that, but because it's not possible, it's only somebody that goes to university or goes as well enlightened know that when I have an idea, I'll properly patent it so nobody else can copy it. Therefore, if I take to any research institution, if they copy it, I can sue them. So you can sue. Look at ordinary the fan that people now carry all around the place that they use now in Nigeria. Yeah, most of this is done in China. China, they realize that we are finding ourselves. Yes. And what they did to do that could have been done in Nigeria.
Yeah, exactly. So and
also, millions of millions are being sold. Go to party now, they will give it out as souvenir.
Yes. It's a common
thing. And it's done in China.
Dr. Femi and Sir George, I'm happy on what we're discussing. This is real. This is nationalist talk. Real patriot discussion. Gentlemen, let's take note that as much as we have these young people, Nigerians that are skilled, talented, creative, even when they come up with an idea or something, you talked about those institutions. Do you know most of those institutions are closed? Yes, I know. I know the one that they are closed. They are not functioning. No, nothing. So now, when this young man has this idea, it goes nowhere. I mean, you were able to build a small thing, maybe a small car. Where does that take you to? It's nothing. So it is for the government to look more into these things, this real the core of small businesses, and know how to follow up with them. It's not a big bogus thing. It's to be real and real grassrooted, your eyes on the ground. Because there are all those people we said now, Dr. Miwa said, Dr. Olufemi, all their invention is going nowhere. I mean, where does it take them to? Nothing. It's just...
So there's no incentive. There's no incentive to do more.
No, nothing. No value. No arrangement. Nothing. So just... We can only talk about it on social media. The boy will come, show us one thing, and that's it. Bam.
Okay, you see. Okay, so, there's a young man that came out the other day. I don't know. I forgot where he's from, Zimbabwe or Uganda or somewhere. Who built a vehicle that does not even use a solar system? It's self-generated. His president came out, applauded him. They clapped for him. And I can guarantee you that a European company will quietly go under and pay these people money, give that president money, make sure that this young man is comfortable, and they will take that technology and then go and harness it, perfect it, and bring it to us, and we begin to pay for it. So you see, it is time for us to wake up. It's time for us to wake up. I'm seeing a young man who just built aeroplane with plastic and things like that. He put it all together. He flew it, it went up, it came down a few times. But that alone is a whole lot. Somebody who did not go to, it's not an engineer. A young person, out of the skills and the talent that God gave him, they were able to do this. Those are the type of individuals, when we see them, we pick them. The government will give them scholarship, send them abroad or wherever, or put them in our local university. Fund them.
We shouldn't be letting them go off our own.
No. Let them stay within.
Yes, but they end up going away, and we lose that thing. But also, Sir George, take note of something. There is what you call quality surveying. I mean, quality. How a young man can do a plane at the backyard of his house, and people come, he flies it. Now, when it comes to doing it in that real
commercial way,
he might not be able to. He might not be able to deliver.
We understand that, but that's a start for him to even be able to use his brain to think about this thing and do it. When you enhance that mindset and enhance that brain, they can do wonders.
Very good. All right. Talking about similar discussion, gentlemen, let's come to something. Nigeria and the United States launched a digital drive to track the NOC artifacts. You know about the NOC artifacts. Those old. It actually came from the central Nigeria. North Benue and some of those places.
The middle belt of Nigeria.
The PCs, So this North activates has become a big time source after goods. People are looking for them. They are paying so much. So some people are stealing them. Some people are tracking them. And another thing is they are taking them from one museum to the other and making money out of it. Nigeria has lots of it, and now America is coming to help us control that. Do you have that story, George? You have the story on that? No, let's have
I was saying it yesterday. Nigeria and United States have launched a digital initiative to document, track, and help protect the famous NOC artifacts. Okay, the project aims to combat the illicit trafficking of these ancient cultural treasures, improve their identification, and support efforts to preserve Nigerian rich archaeological heritage. Now, I'm saying this because this is also, I'm going to put it on the table of our Dr. Olufemi, that they will make sure that every single gold and diamond upon the queen's head and the king's head will return it back to us. It belongs to us.
Don't put me in trouble, Lou.
This is a positive step. This is a really powerful positive step, okay, towards safeguarding Nigerian cultural heritage and strengthening our international cooperation against the illegal trade in antiquities. The sources of this initiative, however, will depend on transparency, sustained collaboration, and concrete efforts to recover stolen artifacts while ensuring that they are preserved for the future generations. So please, let's look into London. They took a lot from us. Please,
can I
return, oh.
can I clarify something, Sir George?
Go ahead.
I am not into artifact findings or not to. Don't go and put me in trouble. Don't go and put me. Don't let terrorist organization, terrorist police come and knock on my door. The the artifacts, the more serious note, there's a need for us to get our traditional historical treasures back to their state, their origins. It is also important as the traditions and the history of the Western world is being read. We realize that ours is being read in vacuum because most of the artifacts that depicts those traditional history are nowhere to be found. And when you find some of them, they're in Western Museum. And it's high time we get them back. Now, on the side of the American, signing collaborating with us to get this thing back, it's a welcome development because now we are beginning to be counted in the Committee of Nations as regards taking care of our treasures. And in forefront of this, I must commend, in forefront of it is the Oba of Benin, Oba Atokpae. He is a diehard his diehard his commitment is diehard towards retrieving the artifact that belong to the kingdom and other kingdoms, and because of that, he's leading it. Other traditional rulers are following suit. These are not cheap artifacts. These are not simple artifacts. This means history. It means tradition. It means culture, and it's been in the Western world for all this while. And what is the difference between kidnapping and this?
The same thing.
The same thing.
The same thing.
The same thing. So they kidnap our forefathers and kept them in their cells.
Okay.
And for people to come and look at them. Return our artifacts. I'll conclude with this. Return our forefathers.
Dr. Lufemi, can you imagine with the current interest of youths coming to Nigeria, can you just imagine building one of the best museums in the whole entire world, where all these things, the one that belongs to Benin people, it will be there in one section. The one that belongs to other nations, other tribes will be there, where people can come and see history unfold in their eyes. I can guarantee you Nigeria will make so much money, especially if it is well promoted. Because right now, we are living what is happening in Nigeria with this dirty December that is going on. Yeah, we are leaving it alone. But do you know how much money that Nigeria can make? You will see a lot of white people, especially when there is safety and security, where they know they can come, enjoy themselves, go, and people will pay thousands of dollars just to come and see these things. So many. So these are the ways
I agree with you.
We totally agree. We totally agree with you, Sir George. When I went through the story of the Nuke artifact, I saw that it's even on a high demand, very, very high. They want it, so they are moving it across museums around the globe and making big money out of it. If you see how the white people look at these things, you see that amazed. They're amazed. Like in 15 BC, some people were able to carve this. So they're amazed. They're really taking it's dumbfounding to look at those things and imagine when it was built and how somebody did this at that time. So George, we're with you. This is a source of Dirty December kind of plan. If they embed this into the structure of Dirty December, a lot of money will be made.
As a matter of fact, until that museum is built, do you know what could happen?
Okay.
You know what could happen?
Okay.
They can actually borrow. You see, tracing distance are so important. So when it is now able to trace it, document it, we can actually create a temporary museum in Lagos and Abuja where these people can now go, pay money, they can make so much money, and then finally they can return it back to where it belongs. Temporarily, the same way they are moving it from one nation to another, making money, they can actually build a beautiful place where they can put all these artifacts together. So these young people can come. You have a historian who will be telling them about the history of this. This is what this is. Believe me, these people will be so astounded that
I agree with you. Let me give you a personal experience.
Okay.
For my mom's funeral, my mom was buried in my hometown in Abeokuta. All the grandchildren, 26 of them, lived abroad. Canada, UK, US, and all the stuff. Their greatest experience was visiting the Olumo Rock. Their greatest experience. They can't stop talking about it. They visited the Olumo Rock. They climbed the mountain, the Olumo Rock. They took pictures in there. Some of them have the DP on Olumo Rock. And when they came out of that, it had been turned into a tourist attraction. They ate a raw, typical Nigerian Abeokuta food there. They have restaurant. They drank palm wine, freshly made palm wine. They drank it there. They can't stop talking about that experience in Abeokuta, and that is tradition. And that they've seen everything all over the world because they live in UK, America, Canada. They live over there. So here, but when they got home, they got to the raw tradition, and they can't stop talking about it. Do you know what? They want to go back in December.
Oh, okay. You see? So that's what we're talking about. The rich culture that we have in our country.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, man, this is amazing.
It is nice, nice, guys. All right, gentlemen, let's crop it up with you were talking about that earlier, George, PFIPC probe. Some latest news came out yesterday. They had some setback. They said some of the ministers, some foreign, they've summoned some people that the matter also concerned. Like foreign affairs was summoned because a lot of world leaders, other country leaders, this man had access to them. He was inviting them to his event. So let's understand how they had that invitation. Then they also invited some rep members and some CBN officers and all of that. George, go ahead.
Okay, the thing is this, okay? Yeah, some of these people, they say the Nigerian House of Representatives, the ad hoc committee actually, investigating the alleged 1.3 billion allocation to the Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council, okay, what they call the PFIPC, has expressed dissatisfaction with the failure of several ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, to honor invitations. The committee has now summoned the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu. This is where I differ with them. Odumegwu Ojukwu, madam, was just appointed in April. She assumed office in May 8th. And they are inviting her to talk about this. Man, come on. How are you going to be able to invite this?
No. George, you're missing it. It's not the woman. It's the office. It's the office.
No. It's the woman. It's the woman.
No, it's the woman. But what I mean is, it is the activity of that office that they would need to understand.
The woman sends somebody there who was vast in the information. They refuse to honor that person.
That's right.
They said they want the woman there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell me, what are you doing?
So,
yeah.
But what I noticed, I observed is they need clarification on how that man, because obviously Bianca wasn't there during those times.
Exactly.
So
exactly. That's what Sir George is talking about. That's what Sir George is talking about. So, the woman sends somebody that knows has the information they need for that program, for that panel. They refused to honor the person. They told the woman they want the minister there.
Yes.
Do you know that at
the rep is doing, they are following rule. That's how it should be done. She should have the information. That person that has that information should give it to her. Then she should come there and probably read through. That's how it's done. That's how United States do. So they are not wrong in this one.
No, so if they don't have they don't have a substantial minister at the moment, they will go. They will not attend to anyone.
That's what.
And if they don't have, then they will know there is no substantial minister.
Okay. That is the problem. We are playing to the gallery.
No,
we are playing to the gallery.
I differ with you guys on this one. You don't understand. She needs to be briefed. The rep, her people, her office needs to brief her. Those that were there those time this man was running those events, they need to brief her on this. And she comes there and tells them, you know. So they are right.
Let me ask you. Yes, if this man who was the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, okay, if he was available, he's running for the office right now. It was under his administration that this thing took place. What stops them from inviting him?
Thank you.
What stops them from inviting him? It was under when you were an administrator, before you step down and for somebody else to take over, where this thing happened, America would have invited that man, sat him down. We know you're running for the office, but this is our investigation. We need you here. 48 hours.
He has failed in the office he's running for. Yeah.
Do you know that out of the testimony of a head of service yesterday, I didn't hear the day before yesterday. She said actually that office space was actually to the office of head of service. That office was not actually allocated to the presidency. So that is to say that and I kept on saying, civil servants are the one behind this fraud. Civil servants are behind the fraud. Look at the man was in prison. Somebody see package budget and put it there for them to be defended.
Mm-hmm. This.
We will get there. We will get there. We will get there.
See, my final thing is this. This investigation raises serious questions about accountability, oversight, and integrity of Nigerian public institutions. If an organization allegedly lacking legal status was able to secure budgetary allocation, engage with government agencies, Nigerians deserve a transparent.
I invite international organizations, leaders.
Yes, the House probe should be thorough, impartial, focused on identifying any institutional failure while ensuring that anyone found responsible is held accountable in accordance to the law. Because what we are fighting for is the institution. Anybody can occupy that office. But the institution itself, if we have found out this thing, I think you need to go all the way to the very end. Because let me tell you something. You see, when the institutions like this, the buck stops on the president's head, whether we like it or not. He's not responsible. He is not. But because of this nonsense that is going on in our nation, every time we talk about Tinubu administration, Tinubu is not Jesus Christ Jr. He cannot be every place at one time. He is dependent upon people to feed him information. So if these people that are feeding him information are inefficient and incapable, then everybody looks bad. So what I'm saying is this. We must fight for the cleanness and sanitization of our institutions in Nigeria. And then hold responsible and accountable those that are occupying those offices that are messing it up. We need to do that. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Because everything is Tinubu administration.
Very important.
Yeah, Tinubu administration. Tinubu cannot be everywhere at the same time. He is depending on this people to
that's why there are agencies, ministries, and all of that. Everybody should be giving details of their activities. Thank you, gentlemen. Great man. It's been wonderful. Eye-opening discussion here and some real good updates. So let's come again Friday, hopefully, Want to say thank you for coming. Are there any last word? Are there things you want us to
My
know?
last word. It seems like our prayers are working, Dr. Olufemi.
He's working, oh.
It's working.
It's working.
We started praying for God to open all these corrupt areas and then to completely make sure that it is exposed to the public, and then we can sanitize that area, rebaptize it, and clean it up. It is working. Therefore, I add with thanksgiving to Almighty God for what He's doing for our country, for exposing every corrupt area, exposing them and making them light so that we can fix it. Bless our president, bless Madam, our First Lady, Remi Tinubu. We love you. Continue the good work you're doing. Our president, we pray for you that God will grant you the wisdom and the fortitude to face the truth and then bring our nation to that paradise where we are supposed to be.
Amen.
Let glory come back to our nation in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you very much. Dr. Olufemi.
God bless Nigeria, and I also pray for Nigeria that Nigeria will happen. Real Nigeria will happen.
All right. On this note, we say have a beautiful midweek and see you Friday. God willing.
Peace out.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.